All right, today live on Clay Time in the Basement, we got the Fat Doctor, the interview. We're going to go ahead and have a great time. Let's get into it. Thanks for coming out.
Come in, and I'll show you everything you need to know.
Welcome to Claytime in Basement Podcast Show, a show like no other. Wild, over-the-top opinions from an angry, cigar-smoking, living in the basement of a house he pays on, road comic father who is technically married and understandably frustrated. Here he is, Clay Miles.
What's going on, family? How y'all doing? First off, I gotta let you guys see. Look, the whiteboard's back. So just in case you can't see it, I want to let you guys know what it said. Stop the hammering! Stop the goddamn hammering!
Stop the hammering. Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer? Where is it?
I don't know.
Where's the hammer?
Now understand, as you can see, this was Jeffrey Ayers who gave me this, which is common sense. I should have just came up with this myself, but he wanted to hear it. He wanted to see it. That's what he wanted up there. So every day, family, if you guys want something written on the board, if you want your name out there all over the internet, so because you're big time, you let me know. Give me a saying, and we'll go with that. Of course, I got to start off talking about my show on the 14th. Looks like I'll have another show on the 20th, somewhere in that area. I think this one's going to be in Pennsylvania, but we'll promote that later. But as you can see, this is the 14th. I'm out there. John Lewis, what's going on? Stop the hammering. Damn right, John. Stop the hammering. Stop the goddamn hammering. I don't know what the hell's going on. But come on out, see the show in the Staten Island, Greenwich, my people, come on out. As you guys can see, I'm a little hyped today, man. I'm a little hyped. And the reason why is because, honestly, this is a special day for me for a couple of reasons. Because we got to...
Stop the hammering. Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer?
Stop the goddamn hammering is all I'm saying. Well, I don't understand. Mega Leg, what's up? How you doing? Like I said, this is an amazing day for me because we're going to do something new. As you see, we're doing things new with Clay Time. We're still smoking, still talking shit, but we're bringing on actual people now. We're going to we're going to do an interview today. And I know you guys are nervous because you know I am not technology and all the rest of this bullshit. I'm like, work! So we're gonna try it. We're going to try this, okay? This guy, I don't know how to go ahead and bring him up as big as he actually is. Martin Lawrence, this guy started him. Wanda Sykes, Dave Chappelle, you name it. You name the DC person, he been there. Oh, Chris Muhammad, smoking on. Look, bro. I'm smoking on fake shit till I go outside. But let me go ahead and give you guys a quick little hit of what the Fat Doctor, the magic that he brings.
Well, rich people out here, I can't relate to you. See, because if rich folks are here, they're here because they want to have a good time. They don't have the same pressures on like you and me. See, folks like us, we here because we need to have a good goddamn time. That's right. I know it's people sitting out there right now, got bills piled up. Looked at them bills and said, man, fuck them bills. I'm going out. I need to have a good goddamn time. Because me, I don't even pay no bills. All I pay is the cut-off notices. That's the shit get my attention. Bill don't mean a damn thing to me. It don't. I mean, I get a light bill. This don't concern me. Look, light, click, 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 click. This shit don't concern me at all. Cable bill, I owe money, I can't owe money. Click, 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 all the channel damn, motherfucker damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, my comedy mentor, the man who literally has shown me so much in comedy. It's an amazing time to actually have him here. Please keep it going. Clap it for yourself. Keep it going for the Fat Doctor. Fat Doctor, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How you be today?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I am so excited to have you on the show. You don't even understand, man. I am
Martin
blessed.
Lawrence. Martin Lawrence didn't start me. I started Martin
Oh, you
Lawrence.
started. I'm sorry. Hey, correct the interviewer. See, I'm glad do that because this is my first time interviewing, and I need to be corrected. I'm going to be on CNN next, so I need you to correct it.
Yeah, cause see the thing is, he had been on stage one time
Uh huh.
and he pretty much sucked. He sucked raw. He was absolutely horrible. And when he came off stage, he said to me, "Man, I want to do what you do, man. I want to be like the fat doctor, man. You got to take me under your wing, man. You got to teach me how to do this, man." And I was like, I don't even know if there's a way for me to cheat. I don't even know how the fuck I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to teach you. Man, you got to teach me, man. I'm be up under your wing. And for the next 2 years, he was pretty much up under my wing. He
Really?
was there with me. I mean, he lived, when we went home that night, he lived across the street from my complex. His complex was right across the street
Uh huh.
in Lanham, Maryland.
Okay.
And, you know, he was like my little brother, man.
Well, how long did it take for him to actually get good?
Actually, he was the hardest working, I guess you would say, student, or my hardest working protege,
Mm.
say, because at that time I did not have a curriculum like I do now.
Mm-hmm.
Now I actually do have a curriculum. I do have a course called the Ultimate Stand Up, but that was basically designed through me learning when I was teaching Martin.
Okay.
And as time wore on, I learned more and more about teaching from me teaching him.
Mm. Now, well,
Which,
tell me a little bit about Dave Chappelle. How did all that come together? Because that's a legendary relationship in this area. Everybody knows about that.
well, you know, the thing was back in the day, I was a headline act. I moved up from MC to headline in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the acts that were my peers, they were headline acts.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us moved up so quickly. And what happened was we're touring the country, and when folks come back home, they don't want to be the MCs or the open mics.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes up a lot of time. You know, they wanted to come, work on their material, get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to be stuck around with all the comics and getting all these comics. Because this was back in the comedy boom.
Yeah.
So comics were coming. They were trying to get on stage. One night I got 50. No, I'm sorry. I got 68 comics on stage one night.
And how many hours?
This was 3 hours.
What the comics just go to the mic and just say hi? You like done? Get off. You're done. I got 66 more comics. Hello.
Well, what happened was some guys would go up and they would bail. I mean, because they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. So they get up there, you know, when I had that many people, I would sit on stage.
Uh-huh.
I have a mic in my hand, and I'd be sitting on stage, and they come up, I say, okay, now, Howard Jones, let's bring Howard to the stage. And he'd walk up, and if he was standing up there, okay, let's give Howard a round of applause. Howard, you gotta go. I'm sorry. Okay, let's bring up Shirley D. Caesar. And you know, I was bringing up right on stage. I had a stool that I was sitting on, and I was behind them while they were performing. And I got 68. The reason why I remember 68 because my favorite number is 69.
I think that's
It was
all
so
of our
ironic.
favorite numbers.
I said, "Damn, I needed one more act, then I would have got a 69 tonight." Story of my life. I'm one short of getting a 69.
So Doc, how long you been doing it?
I started March. Actually, I started April 6, 1981.
Oh man, okay, all right. And you actually wrote on Martin's show. Am I correct?
Yeah, actually did. I was one of the writers for the show. The last couple of seasons, I was on, and I had a chance to write one from the beginning to the end. And I had a couple of them that I did 3/4 of the writing.
Okay.
And a bunch of them, I was a contributing writer on a bunch of the shows.
Okay.
Like a couple of seasons.
Like I already know a couple of these answers, but I want to ask them so these civilians can understand exactly who they're talking to. Richard Pryor, you had a relationship with Richard Pryor, am I correct?
Yes, sir. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah. What kind of relationship did you have with Richard Pryor?
Well, let me tell you about how I met Richard Pryor. If you got time.
Yeah, I got time.
I got millions of stories. I just don't have time or platform to put it on. But I met Richard Pryor at the Comedy Store in L.A. I had just done the Capitol Center with Martin. 22,000 people was the biggest crowd ever, and that was the first time both the comedians on the show got standing ovations.
Damn.
In Capitol Center history.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a story that goes with that, but I'm not going to get into. But his manager came up to me after the show, Martin's manager, and he said, "Listen, you come out to L.A., I want you to get in touch with me." Mm-hmm. And he gave me his card. And a bunch of people gave me cards, and everybody wanted to be on the Fat Doctor team. But actually, I called him up when I got out there. I was going to do an episode for the show. Martin put me on the writing team. He'd been trying to get me out there since he had the show, but I was busy. I was working all over the country. And finally, he just said, man, and offered me X amount of dollars. And I went, okay, I'll be out there. Fly me out, motherfucker. Fly me out. So, man, well, you got to fly coach. You cheap bastard. You gonna fly me on coach. And then he hung up. And I said he was just kidding. But that cheap motherfucker actually sent me on coach, man. I can't believe it. But he set me up with somewhere to live and got me going. But anyway, I called up Bill Branker. He was Martin's manager, and he worked for a big time agency. Oh man, it always escapes me. What'd you say?
William Morris.
William Morris, yeah, William Morris. I was about to say it was two dudes, but yeah, William Morris. And he said, "Come into the office. I want you to come in immediately. Just come in. You know where William Morris is?" I said, "Yeah." So anyway, he got me an audition for the Comedy Store on Richard Pryor night. Okay, Richard Pryor had Thursday nights, which was Richard Pryor night in the original room. So he also got me a Thursday, the Wednesday before. I did a set the Wednesday before, and as a practice. Mm-hmm. But let me just get into it. When they called me up to go up on stage, when I walked up on stage, I could see Richard Pryor's silhouette. He was right under the red neon in the back, and I could see his silhouette, his age silhouette to his left, and Mitzi Shore's silhouette to his right. Wow. Okay? Yeah. And I was like, oh man, this is what I've been waiting on. Mm-hmm. I'm here in front of the heavyweights. I'm getting ready to audition for the Comedy Store, which was that was the room in show business then, mm-hmm. as far as comedy goes. And it's a funny story. So I walk on stage. My confidence is booming. I went up. I did my first joke and ripped the room apart, right? Uh-huh. Now, when I did that, Richard Pryor's head, he laughed so hard, his head went totally out of view. And then I heard him in the back going, "Push me up, motherfucker! Push me up!" Then I saw his head pop up like that. This shit was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. And I was like, God damn, this motherfucker making me laugh, and I'm trying to make other people laugh, and he making me laugh. So I went to my next bit and told the next punchline, ripped the place again, and his head went totally. I went, oh fuck, please don't say it, please. Push me up, motherfucker. The fuck wrong with you? Push me up. And his head pops back up, and I was going, God damn, I can't even look that way. So I didn't even look that way. I do the next show, a room falls apart, and I had to peek, and his head was gone. I went, fuck! And then he went, motherfucker, do I have to tell you every motherfucking time to push me up, motherfucker? And people were laughing at him as much as they were laughing at me. You know, the MS was starting to mess with him, and he needed help, you know. He'd bend over, and his assistant would push him back up. But anyway, I got through that without me just losing it. Because every time I tell a joke, I hear him go, push me up, motherfucker. How many motherfucking times I gotta tell you to push me the fuck up? Right? Motherfucker, just hold me. Shit. Hold me.
Oh,
So
that's
anyway,
great.
after I come off stage, great set. I come off stage, his assistant Tim walked over to me and said, Richard Pryor would like to meet you.
Wow.
And I'm not gay. And I don't know why this happened, but I got the biggest, most massive bone I've ever had in my fucking life. I did not know where the fuck that came from. Why was I aroused? I have no fucking clue. But it was so big that I actually had to take my hat off and cover it as I'm walking over to Richard Pryor. And when I walked over to him, and I was really starstruck. I've been around stars before, but I was actually starstruck. And I kind of, you know, walked over to him, and my head was down, and he reached out to me and grabbed me by my collar and pulled me all the way down so he could talk to me in my ear. And he said, you know what? You's a funny fat motherfucker. You about one of the funniest motherfuckers I ever seen in my goddamn life. Shit, and if anybody try to tell you any different, you bring their ass to Richard Pryor, motherfucker. Then he say, now, I ain't in no shape to kick nobody's ass. But I still got the money to have that shit done. And then he kissed me on my cheek and he pushed me off.
Wow.
And I just did like this. Y'all hear what he said? Richard Pryor said, I'm one of the funniest motherfuckers he ever saw. And if y'all don't like it, come see him about it, motherfuckers. Come see him about it, goddammit. And from that point on, he was my biggest fan and he was my mentor.
Wow. That is classic. I got another question for you that actually came from, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to tell you, my boy Chris, Chris Muhammad actually he wants to know about Paul Mooney. I already know, but I want you to tell him. He wants to know if you don't know.
Did I tell you that Paul Mooney story?
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I want them to hear it. So
Okay. Now when I went to the Comedy Store, Paul Mooney is one of my heroes. You know, Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney. You know, those are the guys that I looked up to.
Yeah.
And Paul Mooney never said shit to me. Never. You know, I would walk over to him. He'd get ready to go on, and you know, I walk over to him. I go, "How you doing, Mr. Mooney?" He said, "Call me Paul." I say, "Okay, all right, Paul. How's it going?" "It's going good." And then he'd walk away from me. But I thought that was pretty cool that he even said that.
Yeah.
Right? And every time I would walk up to him and he would nod, you know. I'd say, "How you doing?" And he'd nod. He wouldn't say shit. So, but that was cool. I didn't give a fuck. I wanted to watch him. So, anyway, one night, the great thing about Paul Mooney is that he did not just come on stage and pump the audience with his fans because he wanted to try his stuff out.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of folks, they would tell the Comedy Store to put my name up and I want my fans to come out. But no, that's not how you test your material. You test your material by going out in front of folk that have no idea who the fuck you are. And that's what he did. He would come and he wouldn't even let them know what time he was coming. He'd just show up. So this particular night, things weren't going real well for Paul. And he was doing all that, "Y'all looking at me like I'm from the planet Nigga Taurus. I ain't never seen a nigga like me before." Oh my God, he's intelligent and he's black. Oh, I'm so scared, and folks were just quiet. It was all white people, all white people. And folks started getting restless. He wasn't getting very many laughs except for me. I'm in hysterics. I'm coughing blood. I'm laughing so fucking hard because he's just going on and on. And he's going, look at the way they looking at it. No, oh, another nigga, a nigga on stage. Oh my God, what we gonna do? I mean, he was just pouring it on. So people started walking out. Right? And it was a bunch of people that got up in the back. It was like 10 people at one table. And this was so cool. They got up and Paul said, hold on now. Now, we got a comic coming up behind me. He's one of the hottest comics on the circuit right now. He's the big up and coming. He's the next big thing. And I want y'all to stick around for him. Now, because at the Comedy Store, there was no MCs. Okay. Whoever was on stage would introduce the next act. So that's what he did. He said, I want y'all to give a round of applause to him. He's one of my favorites here, which blew me the fuck away. And he said, nah, sit down, please. Really, I'm getting ready to get off. And he made the people sit the fuck down. Wow. And they sat down, and I came up there behind him. I gave him a handshake, and I walked to the mic, and it was quiet. I mean, he had quieted the fucking room. It was really solemn in that motherfucker. And I walked to the mic, and I went, hey, let's give a round of applause to Paul Mooney. And it was like, okay, all right, now that's bullshit. Give him a round of applause. I'm gonna tell you, I don't even care. I'm gonna tell y'all something. We're gonna turn everything the fuck around. Cause I'm not like Paul. I love every fucking body. And they cheered. They went fucking nuts. They loved the shit out of me. And it was like they were doing it to spite him because they looked at him as they was clapping. Yeah, he loves everybody, motherfucker. You hate everybody, motherfucker. Next night, he comes up to me. I'm waiting to go on stage. There's a guy named Rich Jenny on stage.
Oh, I know him.
Also. And he walked up to me. He said, Fat Doctor. I went, hey, what's up, man? He said, I want to talk to you. I said, shit, yeah, man. You Paul Mooney. You can talk to me anytime you want. And he said, no, I want to talk to you outside. And I went, and suddenly my Southeast kicked in. Southeast DC kicked in. The nigga came out, right? And I went, see me outside? Motherfucker, you ain't got to see me outside. See me now, motherfucker. See me now. And everybody in the audience turned around. And Rich stopped talking. So Paul, he said, no, everybody, it's okay. We going outside to talk. And like in unison, the crowd went, okay. And then they turned back to watch the show, and Rich started doing his act again. So we go outside. I'm not going to get into the whole banter, but we go outside, and he said, I appreciate what you said the other night. What did I say? He said that I'm not like Paul. I don't hate everybody. I don't hate. You saying I hate everybody? I said, well, I mean, you got to admit that your humor is a derivative from hatred.
Yeah.
Especially about white people. I mean, you hate white people. No, I don't hate white. Yes, you do. You hate white. No, I don't hate white people. I said, man, he said, did you know my wife is white? Yeah, and I also know you don't ride in the same fucking car with her. Words, man. You know why? Because it'll hurt your fucked up ass image of hating white people if people find out that your wife is white. Are you saying I don't love my half-white babies? See, you wouldn't even have to say half-white babies, but you have to put half-white in that motherfucker because you know halfway you hate those motherfuckers. I do not hate people. I do not hate white people. And that's a fucked up thing for you to say. Don't you ever say that shit again in public. I said, but I'm sorry, man. I got to say don't say that shit in public. I was like, all right, okay, fine. And every time I see him to this day, I walk up to him and go, Hey, Paul, you still hate white people?
Didn't I tell you not to say that shit in public, motherfucker?
And he called and I get the fuck out.
Oh.
I would pull up next to her, coming out of the Comedy Store parking lot, and I would pull up to her and roll down the window. Hey, Paul. And he go, yeah. Man, stop hating white people. Motherfucker. And he started running toward the car. And to this day, if I ever see him, I haven't seen him in years, but if I ever see him, he's going to always come up to me and go, I don't hate white people. I hate white people, man. I'm sorry, but you just do. So that's the Paul Mooney story. And he's still real cool with me. Sometimes when people go see him, they mention my name and they say he smiled real big. So tell him I say what's up.
I ain't never met him yet, but if I ever do, I'm definitely bringing your name up.
Bring my name up, man. Because I gotta feel like he thinks that's funny.
It is. It's hilarious.
I gotta feel like
he's
that.
He's gotta know that.
And, you know, every time I saw him, I'm like, Paul, stop hating on white people. Hey, Paul, you need white people around, man.
Motherfucker, didn't I tell you not?
He started running toward me. I
gotta cut you off, man. We'll be on here all day. I've already done a half an hour.
All right, man. And thanks for doing, man, for a quick hot minute, man. Yeah, I'm sorry to take up so much of your show. But keep doing what the fuck you doing, man.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. That means a lot coming from you. And look, we're gonna definitely have you back on the show because you're a show in its own. I ain't even do anything. I had stuff ready to go. I ain't need it. And it was. All
right, man. Well, I look forward to more banter with you in the future at some point.
Yeah, definitely will have you back.
All right. I love you, little bro.
Love you, big bro. Talk to you later.
All right.
Oh, my God. Was that not amazing? Was that not amazing? First interview, literally, I can't say I did well. All I just had to do is just let him roll. Fuck it. That's a comedy legend. What am I going to do? What the fuck am I going to do? Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence. Let me get in there. Just say Clay Miles. Say Clay Miles. Hey, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Before I go, of course, you know I got to promote my show. I don't know what that shit is in the back. Fuck it. But I'm promoting my show on the 14th again. Staten Island, come on out. We appreciate it. And you know what? Let me go ahead and just end this. Share this episode. Like it. And I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Mega Leg. Look, Mega Leg says that was amazing. But share it. Like it. Do me a favor. There's a tip jar. If it's not down there, it'll be down there later. Check out my website, too. I've never talk about this, but it's John Lewis actually made this website for me. It's amazing. I've had it for a little while. Every year he updates it. He actually updated it. So it looks hot. John Lewis. Go check him out. But he does this for everybody, and I got to promote him. So thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. I love you. Good night.
So now it's time to put out your cigars, walk back in your homes, put those destructive opinions back in your emotional lockboxes, and put your politically correct mask back on. Plausible denial is recommended, and good alibis are suggested. If called upon to testify in a congressional hearing, I don't know you, and you don't know me. If walking these fine lines appeals to you, find him on Twitter at Clay T Basement and Facebook page Playtime in Basement Podcast Show. Thanks for listening. Go take a bath. You need to wash this off.